guys, Romie Reviews here. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for Empire Season 4, Episode 14, False Face. So the episode starts off with Lucius. He's there with Cookie because the whole premise of this is he wants Cookie to truly relax. Relax, get better. Thirsty comes in, and we already know Thirsty's a double agent, but, you know, for Cookie and Lucius. So it's fine. He talks to Cookie, and Cookie needs to find the identity of Pound Cake's daughter. And so he's on it. He's on it. And Thirsty's also being used to figure out how are they going to handle Eddie. So the next thing we know, we see Eddie. Eddie's there talking to Lucius. Eddie essentially says he knows where all the bodies are. And this is the problem. Eddie knows Lucius. Lucius knows Eddie. Clearly, Eddie means a whole lot to Lucius because Lucius doesn't do this for anyone, not even his regular family. So I really want to compact why it is that he's so attached to the hip, almost so attached to the hip to Eddie. It's weird. Eddie's plan is, you know what? You're trying to push me out, but it's not going to work because I'm in with the board and the top board member. And that's what matters most. And my artists are doing way better than yours, which means now Lucius has to go down. Lucius now is barking at Jamal, not Hakeem, because Hakeem says, I have a hit. Don't worry about it. I'm coordinating all of that. We'll be fine. Jamal's the problem child right now because Jamal's making things difficult for Lucius. Jamal's whole goal is to be himself, to be authentic. Lucius said that's great, but it's not about the music anymore. It's about the dollar signs. It's about making sure that we still have an empire to run. So just go do that safe music. And I'm looking at Lucius like, wait a minute now. I don't like this switch up because this is, I remember the old Lucius that used to get down with the get down and really focus on be a boss, be aggressive. Now Jamal's doing that. Now Lucius is Lulu. So Lulu's whole mantra is, I'm going to go and calm down. We just need to focus on... No. I want people to be riled up. Cookie is doing as she promised with Pound Cake, and she sees this bomb black girl because Thirsty gave her the lowdown on Pound Cake's daughter. She's 19 years old. She's in school. She dances, and she's great. She's the best out of the whole group. And it's weird because we see Cookie. She's talking to Carol, and Carol essentially says, so Candace and I were talking to Mom. Cookie's pissed because apparently their mom abandoned the family. Of course, we don't know the full details, but Carol actually brought the mother there. And I'm thinking, why would you go and do that? So Cookie's over it. She wants to go and leave, but her mom's there. So, might as well see what the woman has to say. Cookie introduces herself to Pound Cake's daughter. And she doesn't tell her why. She says, oh, I want you to dance for Tiana. She has this new song and called Sweat. And I want you to go and audition for her. And she loves Tiana. Because at first she looked at her and said, who's you? Not who are you, but who is you? Ask Cookie. You Cookie lying as an Empire, as in Tiana's manager? I said, look at how you are kind of reduced to being... I guess Eddie was doing something right if you got referred to as Tiana's manager. It's like calling Scooter Braun, Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande, and Tori Kelly's manager, even though he is, but still, that's still Scooter Braun. But, and it's messed up the colorism. Even though she's the best, she can't be... They won't allow her to be center stage because she's darker, and it would... They don't know how to properly light a black person and still give the white people their fair amount of shine. First of all, if they're not the best, then the shine would be taken away anyway. Those girls, their real issue is this girl that doesn't look like them, that didn't come from the same background as... No, that came from the same background as them, but don't look like them, is going to get more attention, and they don't feel like it's fair because they're privileged and life isn't fair if they don't get everything they don't want. Trash. Thirsty's trying to figure out Why is it that there's something going on at Leviticus that Lucius doesn't know about? And we see Eddie's there. Eddie's there to announce that Tiana has a platinum plaque on pop and urban. So Eddie is doing big things for Tiana, and he puts it out there that, you know, even the Lion Boys haven't done that yet. Hakeem, now all of a sudden he has this song prepped and ready to go. I'm looking at him and said, okay. And the worst part is, remember the female board member that Thirsty actually had sex with? I remember that. Yes, it's her, the redhead, the plump redhead. And she says, well, maybe we need to rethink Eddie leaving the company so soon since he's doing so well. I said, haha, you'll change your tune by the end of the episode. I already knew that. Oh, I think I jumped ahead, because I guess that conversation with Lucius calling in his sons just happened. So that's fine. If I missed something in the very beginning, I don't care. It was memorable. What is Andre, he is meeting up with his pastor. The actor who plays his pastor is actually on another show, if Loving You Is Wrong, you know, that Tyler Perry show, as Lucien the cop. So that's who I see him as. But this pastor is essentially saying, don't worry about your father. Your father, he's not forgiving you. That's fine. You just need to work on being a better person for you. And I said, that's true. Everyone keeps putting their identity and how they feel, they keep putting it on other people instead of just owning it, especially in this family. Jamal's working with Tori, and I'm thinking, you really can't see the forest for the trees? Because Tori, you know, they collaborate on this great idea. There's this conscious rapper that they want to bring in, and they want to just release music under none of their names. That's the way how they'll do it. I'm looking at Tori like, Jamal, when are you gonna find out that this girl's tweaking? Come on now. Hakeem gets brought to this, and I looked at this and said, they did not just bring Hakeem to an 8 Mile type of set. That's all I thought. I just thought of Eminem and 8 Mile, because the white rapper is the one who brought Hakeem there and said, you know what, you can do this raw, this raw uncut scenery in this basement, and it looks a little bit industrialized. It'll be great. Andre comes in and says, hey, can I talk? Hakeem kind of gives him the brush off, and the brush off was, you can talk as long as it's about business. And that's where Andre comes in. Why don't we go and put this on Empire Extreme, stream it live, and every time and we'll do free digital downloads. Each one will count as an album sale. I said, look at this. So are we going to get a collection of actual music or not? Because if we're not, then take it back. I don't want it. I may not want it anyway, but we'll see. Eddie, thinking that he's so slick, he has this meeting with the head of the board, and she's there. She's like, hey, until we see, oh, wife number 3. So wife number 3, the assistant called her to come down, and she plays it off cool. That's fine until wife number 2 comes around and says, you lost all of our money. I trusted in you, and this is what you went and had to do. And oh, wait a minute, what's this trollop doing over here? And oh, is this your new one? And she was like, oh, no. I'm thinking, wait for it, it's gonna get worse. Wife number 1 comes through. Oh, and the 3 of them, well, the 2 of them, because the 3rd one kept her mouth, Giselle kept her mouth shut. Chirp, chirp, chirp. But wife number 1 and 2, oh, they rat-tagged the boardroom. I said, one of these things don't fit. Clearly, we didn't think that you were here with him. And then you just have a manner, because you see the 3 of us, even if I don't like these 2 heifers, even if I don't like them, they're still bad. These ladies are still bad. So she was pissed, and he's trying to apologize. She said, no. Clearly, Clearly, I was mistaken. Why don't you go and handle your affairs? And he said, I'll call you later. She said, no, you won't. You can try. You can try. That number will be changed. It'll be blocked. I'll do whatever I need to do. In comes Lucius. Because this lady with the bottle came and said compliments of my boss. I said, oh, you put some stank on that. That sounds personal. In goes Lucius. Cheers. Cheers. I liked it. I really did. But I said, it's not over yet. It's not. Because the next day, Eddie meets up with wife number 3. And now their game plan is to use Shine. Because remember, now I didn't know this. Apparently, Eddie told Lucius to get rid of Shine the first time around. I said, that is smart, but you can't expect Shine to go and really trust you now, can you? This isn't an enemy of my enemy is my friend. It's like the enemy of the enemy of the enemy. The ops, essentially. And no one trusts the ops. Now, Tori has to go and get this tattoo done. Because, okay, so this guy's a conscious rapper, but he needs his bills paid. So he's a tattooed artist as well. And Jamal's selling him this pipe dream. But this guy he already turned down the deal from Empire. So he's not into making deals. He calls Jamal spoiled, entitled. And I got upset for a moment because in my mind, in the back of my mind, I said, people only see the glory and never the story. Yes, Jamal is in a much different place than he was when he was a little kid. And he possibly may have been richer longer than poor. Possibly. But it kind of irked me that it's like, well, you're in that ivory tower. You get to do whatever you want. You get to control the world up there. No, that's not how it works. It's actually vultures all around us. Even though there was vultures when we were in the hood, now there's, well-paid vultures coming after us. You have no idea. That's what I was thinking. But Jamal left. I said, oh, he had the wrong one. I would have went off. In a classy way, I would have went off. Now we see Cookie looking at this girl dance to Tiana's new song. And I said, oh, okay, the song is a bop. She performed it already, but Tiana comes in. And you know Tiana does not like competition. Tiana's in this whole, I'm it. I'm number one. I'm the only one. And that's a problem when you're supposed to be collaborating with others, when you're supposed to be building each other up. Tiana has been pumped in her head by this older man that she is the only one. And when you feel like you're the only one, then you discard everyone else around you. So she made that poor girl feel so small. And so then Cookie told Tiana, be very clear. I was the one that really made you into a star. And I said, that is true. Cookie made sure to have your back. And as quick as Eddie has lifted you up, at least in your imagination, not necessarily reality, I can bring you right back down. So don't get comfortable. Do not get too comfortable. You hear me? And so Tiana looked a little shook, like, no one has talked to me, but I can't even talk back to Cookie. I said, Cookie, everyone has seen that you're at Empire. You expect Lucius not to find out? That's what I was also thinking, like, come on now. But I feel like this whole episode has 70s vibe. I was looking at Cookie's hair and clothing. I said, that is giving me 70s. But Pound Cake's daughter was pissed. She was embarrassed. And then Cookie finally told her that, your mother, she, I was in jail with her. And when she just tells the whole story, it sounds crazy because the girl didn't discount it. She was like, for the most part, she believed the story, but she was essentially told that her mother gave her up, or at least she felt like her mom gave her up. And that was the story they were rolling with, and that her mom was a drug addict. No, she may have been the pusher, but she wasn't a taker. And that was a different time. Nowadays, she probably would have been the taker. The girl said, no, I don't want to have anything to do with her or you. I'm going. And then Cookie has a memory of her own mom, and her own mom talking to her about being there. And the thing is, her mom is trying to say her father pushed her out of their lives, and that it wasn't just her. She didn't just leave to leave. And Cookie's over it because in this flashback, Cookie, again, all she knows is that her father was the one that was there. Her father was the one that ended up having the heart attack. Her father was the one that had to deal with raising 3 girls in the hood. And the mother got to do whatever she wanted. Now she's trying to come back when things aren't well, and then also trying to tell me about my family. Oh, no, 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 no. What you're not going to do is talk to me. Oh, what happened here? Talk to me about my family when you weren't there. Now, Shine, because remember, Shine told Eddie, come to the studio. I have this white rapper to meet. Well, he may not be white, but he is light. So we see Lucius. Lucius is there. And Lucius... Shine just lets Eddie know, you stabbed me in the back once, and you turned on your man's... You turned on Lucius so quickly. Why would I trust you? I said, oh my... Eddie... And you know that Lucius will have found out and tried to kill you. That's what this really is. Stop playing. But anyway. Eddie's looking at Lucius like, after all the things that I've done, you're really gonna allow yourself and this company to stay where it is, the size where it is, and you're just okay with that? Lucius looked at him and said, again, just reiterating the fact that it's not about just the scale, it's about doing it on their own merit. And you coming in and being a friend and then trying to take over, come on now. So we're at the scene where Hakeem is doing his thing and the Lion brothers are united, even though Jamal's still in his feelings, so he doesn't want to talk to Andre. So Jamal, you little punk. Oh, he irks me half the time. Hakeem's performing now, and then comes Tiana. I said, look at Tiana look good. I mean, that happens all the time, but still. We're looking at Tiana. The camera keeps panning back to Tiana. I'm thinking, when is Tiana gonna get on that stage? Because Hakeem's song is essentially about getting the party started. Becky's there. She's shaking it. She's having a nice time. And with some white hair, I may add. Because they had the whole blue light situation going on, where everything glowed if it was a certain, texture or color. And Tiana's on there rubbing up on Hakeem. White rappers looking at Hakeem like, really? Really? This is supposed to be about the music and you're just focusing on the girls. Okay. White rapper might try to take Hakeem's spot because that's Shine's artist. He might be signed to Empire, but remember, he's signed to Shine. Shine has a record deal imprint from Empire. If I were Lucius, I'd watch out for that white rapper because the white rapper sold the show, but Hakeem was so focused on Tiana, he didn't even care. And I said, oh no, this isn't good. Hakeem, you need to stop. So Hakeem and Tiana go in the back and they do it. And then I was thinking to myself, when was the last time this show actually had a full-on sex scene? Because it was of Tiana and Hakeem. I'm thinking, oh, okay. Oh, okay. In Vogue was playing in the background, so I said, that's a good that's good music. That's a good more than friends. Don't let go, don't let go. Anyway, after they're done, we get this moment where, again, all of it really kind of felt 70s-ish to me. I don't know why. Becky's over Tiana. That's funny to me. Becky is so over Tiana. We see the conscious rappers there, and Tori threatened him, but he believes in the fact that they're trying to do something different. He actually likes Jamal's music, but Jamal finally sees that Tori's back to using, and Jamal trying to do the right thing and say, we're going to a meeting tomorrow. Tori said, no, dude, don't worry about it. It's nothing much. Eddie just was trying to help me out. Eddie? So I said, Eddie's really giving the drug addict pills? Like, what? Then we flipped to Tiana. Hakeem had this whole section where, I'll call it the smush room. That's what it looked like. And he had it all decked out, fake crystals, the right mood lighting, mood lighting, and Hakeem saying, you know, I love you so much, and you don't have to change for anyone, and whatever Shine's telling you, you're perfect the way you are, and you know that's why I wanted to go and speak to you so that I can make sure and guide. I said, no, 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 no. As soon as he said that, Tiana was over it. She busted out of there because her whole thing was, you're constantly trying to take control over me, constantly trying to tell me what to do, what to be. That's not a 50-50 relationship. That's what Tiana wants. I said, look at Hakeem having the same relationship habits as his parents. The same exact habits as his parents. It's crazy. It's crazy. Shine sees Cookie, not Shine. Thirsty sees Cookie and lets it slip that Lucius is out of options. He's not thinking. So he's willing to go and kill Shine. That's when Cookie talks to Lucius, and she tells him there's another way. She takes the gun. Well, I think she took the cartridge and the bullets. I'm not sure if she actually had the gun. But she said they're going to find another way. And they do. And they do. And just like as I said, Lucius knew that she was around town at Empire doing whatever she wanted. We fast forward to the meeting. Shine was invited to the house, and they finally got him. They finally got him. They found out that their mind games are being played on Tiana. Cookie was letting it be known that we also know that you were pumping Tori Ash with drugs again. And he said, oh, she's an addict. No one's going to believe that I would go and do something like that. I said, oh, well, what about this other white artist of yours who, I guess, also sang R&B, that you, in order for her to keep up, you started pumping her with drugs, and then she overdosed. And then I actually think she killed herself. Forget the overdose. I think she killed herself. And they buried it. The last company he worked for, they buried it with the agreement of, you're leaving now, and we're just going to bury this. And I said, what? Really? Really? That's how that works? Someone dies, and this black man was able to get away with it? How powerful is Eddie in this industry? Because this is unrealistic right now. And Eddie just has that look of, you know what, Cookie? I'll sign. But they took out the money. Eddie's agreeing to leave the company with nothing. With nothing. And I was so happy. I said, Cookie, that's right. See, Cookie, that's why Lucius needs him a cookie. That's why Lucius needs him a cookie. Cookie, feeling victorious, goes over the pound cake. Feeling a little depressed now. And she has this recollection of, again, her talk to her mom, and she was over it. That was when she told her mom she didn't ever want to see her again, because her mom was going with the angle of, you need to go and snitch. Whatever you have, whatever angle you can do a plea deal, you need to go and do that, because don't let your kids grow up without a mother like you guys. And I said, well, if you left voluntarily, there's a difference. And that's what Cookie was trying to tell her mom. Don't go and say that, oh, I'm just following my sword for this man, for this family. Now, it is interesting that everything that her mother said, she kind of ended up doing anyway. Remember, she was in jail for 17 years. She could have stayed in there for longer because it was bad. It was so bad. What she got arrested for. So then she finally gave up some names. But that was really, wow, Alfre playing her mom. That's interesting. And then once the flashback was over, Cookie realized it's better if she doesn't tell Pound Cake that her daughter knows that she's alive and that she's dying, and still didn't want to meet her because she has all this stuff going on. So instead, Cookie says, I'll go and tell me all the things that you want to tell your daughter. Actually, I'll write it down so that when I do find her, because she said she couldn't find her, you can read this stuff off to her. Now, the last scene consisted of Eddie meeting with someone saying, you know what, you've played the hand and this and that, and I need your help to go after the Lions to take Empire from them. And I already knew who it was. See, they didn't do the preview correctly, because last week's preview already let me know that Eddie was gonna go and meet up. Someone was gonna meet up with Anika to go after Empire. So that was sloppy. That was sloppy because I already knew that that was gonna happen. But I don't know why. I was so happy to see her. You know I don't like this woman. You know I don't like this woman aside from her looks. You know I don't like this woman. But to see her on screen, I said, because I forgot how much foolery her character brought to the show. We loved to hate her, and now she's back. Now, I do want to see what she's going to come up with, because she's smart and clever and conniving. Those are all negatives, but I mean, on a show like this, kind of positive. So that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come back next week. Oh yeah, and watch my review for Star. And also, I will be talking about Kanye and this whole little marketing stunt and out of touch with, you know, reality that he's become.